I'm sorry for laughing. I just now seen what Jeff came on as Zippy. Hey, good evening. Last second, man. Nothing like a last second show. How's Blackie tonight, man?
Oh, I'm fantastic.
Yeah.
Took a little trip to the Amish stores up here in what's the name of the town? Muddy Pond. Bought some food. Pretty nice place.
Amish are everywhere.
Oh, yes, everywhere, man. All over here.
They're buying property here again. They're moving into Maryland.
Oh yeah, you bet. Right up the road here. A couple big farms. Okay.
Tearing out.
Leonard's here. Patrick Noble, brother Noble's here. Sharon.
Lenny.
Brian.
There's Tammy Johnson. Hi, Tammy.
Tammy Johnson. Yep. Absolutely. Appreciate y'all. I don't know. This is kind of a last minute put together thing here. I got a phone call yesterday from somebody's mother. That would be mine. Are you doing the beers and boogers tonight? Which was last. I said no. We'll do one tonight. But anyway, hi Patrick. And first and foremost, D.A. Roberts. And he's got a show coming. Yeah, he's got a show. Robbie. Yeah, Robbie. Poor Robbie. I forget Robbie Raines all the time. Robbie Alponder. They got a show coming on here in about 10 minutes. The D.A. Roberts Ex Machina. And I believe it's something to do with Dogman Talk or something. So that's going to be an exciting show. We didn't want to step on their feet. Please go watch their show. You don't have to watch us. Go watch their show. Or catch it later, catch us later, whatever. But we definitely want to throw that plug in there. Also, for our upcoming 50th show, we've got DA and Robbie lined up to be on our 50th show.
Awesome.
And that's going to be in 2 weeks, providing everything falls into place properly. And
there's Adam Bowman.
So Adam Bowman's in here.
What's up, Adam?
What's happening? I didn't even see him. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. Beards are looking like, it's getting there. I just have mine trimmed. I got to go to church.
Oil mine tonight. Mine's still. I combed it out a little bit earlier, put some oil in it, but I haven't done anything with it since this morning.
I've perfected the long Amish goatee. Shaved the sides down.
Yeah.
No mustache.
Pretty much. Well, a little shaggy on the side still, but anyway.
Well, you know that's that beard is how we spotted you when you pulled into the parking lot. And
yeah, you see through the windshield set right here. It was a dead giveaway. But so I've been MIA, been busy with the band thing, fellas. It's all good, Adam. We understand. Trust me, life is very busy. What else do I want to talk about? Jeff, I want to put you on the spot right here and right now, young man. Right now. Are you ready?
I guess.
You got sweat beads starting to form on your forehead. Did you do any more investigation of your little sticks back? No, in case you didn't notice the name of the show, Little Sticks.
Wow.
What the name of the
no, and I'm going to do that tomorrow. I didn't get around to it today.
When you go back there, take a video camera with you, your cell phone, and video the whole area. Check a couple pictures, each side, front, back, all that good stuff. Just check it out for Old Line Cryptids Tuesday night. We'll take a look at that stuff.
That is that's our burial area where we compost all of our critters. And the one is actually a vine that came down out of the tree and then broke off.
Yeah.
And the other one's a stick that's shoved down into the ground.
Right. Huh. No snoozing, Jeff.
But they're broke off at the same exact length. That was one of the odd things about it.
Yeah. Did you pull it out of the ground to check them, or?
No, I was in the tractor going past it when.
But you're just saying above ground, they're the same length.
Yeah, I can look at it pretty easily, and.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the picture you sent, but I can't tell the length. Okay.
Thanks, Terry.
Hey, Terry. Yeah, but that's definitely something interesting compared to, I mean, a lot of the stuff I find, but I've seen a lot of blowdowns and stuff that could be anything. So
yeah, my name's too long. Blow me, cuts me off.
you gotta be, you kind of gotta be dismissive with some stuff.
Well, I mean, you know,
This is the last.
investigate. I mean,
Yeah.
you never
Yeah,
know.
take your
Yeah, you
telephone,
can't-
get some pictures all the way around, and take some video walking around through there. You know, give an idea what this, because this is like when I asked you, I could tell by the lay of the background. I said that's probably where I wanted to do, like when Mark and Becca come up, and if we can camp
Yeah.
back in there and do a bonfire or pit fire
we
pit.
could definitely put
I think that'd be a great
a
idea.
couple
That's the
campers
camping
in
area
there.
I wanted to go to, and that's exactly where it's at.
So
very
it's
close to it.
so it's not on the power line.
Yes.
If you go directly back to the back of our property where it butts up against the neighbors, not down in the bottom, but up on top.
Yeah.
It's right up against. That's where we used to have all of our parties, and we'd pull campers and stuff in there.
Okay.
And blow up too many $1,000 worth of fireworks, but you know that's a
Right. Neighbors love you for that.
You know, they never complained about it. Not a single one of them. We used to shoot guns off at midnight back there during New Year's, and no one ever.
Really?
I don't think people really
Really?
complain when you're
5
shooting
minutes
guns.
into the show, Jeffrey. Really? Oh man, damn kids.
But it would be. I think it might be a better spot than going down the bottom because it's flatter. It's easier to get the campers in and out of.
Campers,
Easy
you're
access.
supposed to tent camp.
And you're not underneath the power lines. There's only a couple spots that really would be open for you to even park an RV anywhere back there. So
Yeah.
but
I just need 30 foot. It's 30 foot long. So
and we could get
well, Mark's longer now with a truck and a camper. So
but yeah, I don't know what he's planning on bringing with him. If he's
supposed to be
if he's bringing the new camper, or if he's bringing the one they have now, I don't know.
No, I don't know. I didn't know he was getting another one yet.
I think that was part of the reason why they bought a bigger truck.
You know, I know he wanted to get a bigger one. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I'm sure it was a farm.
Yeah, Robert, we've had the farm for about 104 years now, I think.
Yep.
I'm surprised you guys aren't like on the national registry.
We're a century farm now. They had a big banquet a couple years ago over at the equestrian center, Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
For that.
That's pretty cool.
Over at the fairgrounds. But there's several farms that just turned 100 years. Before that, I'm not really sure, Robert. I don't know who had it before us.
There's some, this county at one time is just more farm than anything, and now it's.
Well, I know that on this road, on this road, there's only like this property here has only had like maybe 3 different owners. Just the Glasgow property alone.
Yeah.
And I don't know who had had our original property before us. I'm not really sure. I don't even know. My grandmother would know.
Yeah, that would have been a farm. There's plenty of forested land at one time around here, but a lot of it is long gone. Give me. Long gone. I wonder how many century farms there is in the county now. Jeff, have you ever heard of them?
There's several.
Yeah.
And a lot of them turned 100 about the same time we did. I remember because there was several different families there, but most of them aren't even dairies or anything anymore. They could be something like,
crop or something.
Old, like old.
Do you get any
dairy farm that got renovated or whatever, converted, whatever.
Do you get anything for being a century farm, like a plaque or?
They gave us a plaque and pat on the shoulder. And
that's about it.
Ticket to the ice cream of the month club or something. Kelly of the Month Club, whatever.
You don't have to pay taxes anymore. They did. All
Oh
that
yeah,
for-
right. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like, good luck with that in this state.
Yeah. You guys are bad.
Yeah, they like to. They'll give us some tax breaks on some stuff for farm stuff, but when it comes to property taxes, no.
A few hours for croissants. Wow, Hillary.
Did you even
What
turn
kind
the
of
oven on,
croissants
Hillary?
are you making?
Wow.
And when can I have some?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Buns in the oven.
My question is, when will the croissants be ready?
I know better than to say that to Hillary because the reply will be very, very questionable.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. For sure.
I
Anyway.
saw a picture of Misty playing with her food earlier.
Yeah, I saw
She was
that.
giving
Yeah.
the pig a pedicure or something.
Yeah. Yeah, right, Robert. Exactly. Yep. This Tuesday, Jeff,
Yep.
we just had this past Tuesday we had Lauren on. Who do we have this Tuesday? I know it's one of
We
her.
have one of Lauren's friends, Luke Gross, who's also from Texas, and he's been probably into this for the last, I don't know, 30 plus years. He actually grew up around them. So, and he spends a lot of time out in the woods like I do, and he's had plenty of stuff. So I haven't gotten too far into anything with him yet because I want to be surprised.
Yeah. Sure.
She was your last guest. She was fun. She was fun to listen to.
Since she was a kid. Her mother's been around them a lot of times, and she basically grew up with them.
A long time.
Yeah, she grew up with them. So
where she lives now,
yeah,
they've got plenty of activity.
Yeah, that northeastern Texas, Oklahoma.
Yeah,
that's some serious area over there. Now, of course, you got Arkansas next door, and
I want to say that I think Luke told me that a lot of his stuff's been like Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma.
Yep, that corner up there, man, is it's amazing. Hey, all you old farts. Hi, Wendell.
Easy, Wendell. Easy, buddy.
Easy, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, really.
That one of the Amish stores we went to today. Well, I think it's more Mennonite than Amish, but they had a lot of Bigfoot stuff, which was kind of shocking. Stickers and keychains, stuff like that. But it's all that whole area is nothing but forest and woods and farms.
Well, when my girlfriend was at the Smokies, like, she got me all sorts of Bigfoot stuff from there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my keychain for my truck. I got some magnets over there. There's one of the Bigfoot stuffed animals in the other room came from there. The last one that my kid sleeps with was the one I bought in Gettysburg, and I paid way too much money for. Ask Buddy all about that night.
Yeah, Patrick, they were eyeballing me. I've got the Amish style beard, but then sleeved, and they're like, maybe he's not. Maybe he was, but now he's not.
If I could just get it to grow down, maybe I could pass for one.
You just got to shave your mustache.
I can't do that.
Well, then,
it's going to look like one. It's got to come off.
It's the weirdest. That is like the weirdest thing: a beard with no mustache.
They ain't supposed to. They're not supposed to drive a rubber-tired vehicle either. I.e., a tractor. Guess what we passed today? I passed one today driving a rubber-tired John Deere.
I'm sure I've never seen that happen.
Yeah, right. Right.
Just like the Amish guy that was baling hay over at the over at my friend's place in Fallen Grove showed up in a untagged pickup truck to pick up his hay rake.
Yeah. I've seen it. I watched my neighbor driving around an old Ford with a front end loader on it, old Ford tractor, rubber tires to clean out the fence road all the way around his, his crop fields and stuff.
I have heard that they're allowed to borrow them.
Wow.
They just can't.
That one wasn't borrowed.
They technically can't own them, or
Yeah.
it can't be in their name.
Wow.
There could be some money exchanging hands somewhere to put it in someone else's name. Because I always see old rubber tire tractors hooked to manure pumps at Amish farms, but they don't own them.
Right.
Just like they don't have power tools and everything else.
I'm hitting buttons, sorry.
Just like they don't have power tools and all that other stuff.
Hi, Rick. Yep. Yeah, right. Yep.
Was that on your soundboard, Jerry? Your little board you got? Oh, I got to get one of those.
Oh, yeah, we got all kinds of stuff on here.
What was that?
That was laughter.
Wasn't me. Well,
the minion.
This was just for you, Jeff, if it plays.
It's
supposed to be gunfire.
Was that me running away?
Excuse me, pew pew.
We're just gonna have to create a whole new channel for that.
Yeah.
Well, eventually I'm going to test the waters. Actually, tomorrow I might test the waters a little bit too.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you can change your voice too.
If I got time, I'll come on and help you test the waters too, see if I can get in trouble.
You have a good way of getting in trouble, Joe.
There's all kinds of stuff you can do.
You'll be there all right as long as Bud doesn't start up pulling out half the stuff he had in his truck when we were in
Yeah, so what do you got going on tomorrow there, Blackie?
Tomorrow we're going to do a show about, we did a show already on bugging in, but we're going to do a couple different scenarios on bugging out, what you might need if you have to go on foot, what you can do when you're in your car, if you still have the, your car's available, but just basically different scenarios like storm scenarios or SHTF scenarios. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in the news right now that we're not hearing on the mainstream news about Iran, Russia, that whole conflict over, with Ukraine. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that we need to kind of start, thinking about a little bit. So I thought there'd be a good time to do a bug out show. And I thought that Bud would be, with his military experience, it would be good to have him on, what a military person compared to a, civilian carries in their packs. Yeah. So, I can learn some things from him and go that route. And other people, obviously, that's why we're having a show about it. But yeah, so it should be fun. Bud's a pretty funny dude, so
yeah,
we should have a good time.
You haven't met him in person yet, have you?
In passing, we were at the meet and greet for Woodwalkers, and they were leaving, and he drove by, and I was like, "Hey, there's Bud and Angie," and that was the extent of it. They were at a different area than we were at, and we were only there for a day, so we didn't get to meet a lot of people. You guys, besides Wendell, Greg, Misty, Spencer, and a few other folks, Verby, Kumbo, you're the first people that I've sat down as long as I got to and talk with you guys, and which was really cool. So you guys
enjoyed it.
You broke my virginity.
Hey.
Sorry, Mom.
She'll laugh at that. It's okay. But
hey, that wasn't dirty.
That's good. That's your show's doing well, I think. I haven't been looking at the numbers or anything, but
I'm fine with it. We had our big show was our bug in show, but in the beginning
I liked that show.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We wanted to do something just different every week. And I knew there was going to be shows that were going to be, we talked about it. We knew shows were going to be good. We knew there was going to be shows that were, so different. People weren't going to really want to tune in, like the 27 Club, or last week we weren't going to do a show because our guest had a family issue. So we did a Memorial Day show and just kind of talk about what the difference is between Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and stuff like that. So
The 27 Club, the one I
Yeah.
screwed up on.
What-
I sent a name in and it wasn't 27. It was
oh,
something.
yeah. Led Zeppelin. Yeah. But
I missed one the other day, and I can't remember which one it was. Oh,
Ours?
it was last week. I'm sorry.
yeah, well, our last show was the Memorial Day, and I really didn't count on having much of a.
Yeah.
It was just a spur of the moment thing. We did it overnight. I just wanted to talk about it, kind of tell everybody, here's the difference, because everybody, and I love it. Everybody posts pictures of veterans. I was doing my dad for so many years, putting my dad up there. And then, I'm like, I'm doing the wrong thing at the wrong time. This is to honor the people that have fallen in the line of duty. My dad, passed on later in life. So, we're going to have a big Veterans Day show. I want people on the Veterans Day show to send in their, the people that were in their lives that, have since gone or are still around. That doesn't matter, but to honor them for their service.
Yeah, we've got 3 in the immediate family between me and Cindy. So both her parents were Marines, and my dad was in the Navy. So
all the ones everyone that I either had close family or in the family, and they served, but none of them, passed during the
right.
Yeah.
So, but that's the Veterans Day show, and obviously that's not till what, September, I think, or so
November.
Yeah,
Yep, November 11th which is actually my dad's birthday.
Okay.
Yep, he's Veterans Day baby.
And what branch was he in, Jerry?
Navy.
Both of my uncles were Air Force.
Yeah, mine were all Air Force.
During Vietnam.
Yeah, he was.
They got to go to the fun places.
He was on the USS Mole. It was a destroyer.
Yeah. And then a really close family friend of ours who was like a second grandfather to me, because I never met my grandfather's dad. He passed, or my dad's father.
Mm-hmm.
I never met my grandfather's dad either, because he passed not long before I was born.
Right.
Well, maybe a little before that, but he was almost as old as Pop when he died. But Pete, who was the family friend, he was a Marine Corps platoon sergeant during Korea.
Ooh.
You talk about one tough old man. Holy.
Well, the fact that he was a Marine and he's probably in battle, that probably.
Yeah, and that was back in the days when they used the old school pew-pews. Wasn't any of this technological stuff they got now. You were using Kentucky windage.
Poor Patrick. That's the year I was born, Patrick. 67.
Yeah, Patrick, I'll be.
Yeah, Chad was born.
I'll be 58 that day.
Yeah.
Patrick and I are birthday buddies.
That was back when they were issued the old M1s.
And that's Cindy's 2 days in front of you. She's in 19th.
Yep. All us Virgos.
Yeah.
He was actually wounded twice in Korea.
Wow. So 2 Purple Hearts.
He got blown out of a foxhole 2 times in a row.
I have an uncle, but he'd be next to the last one that passed away on my mom's side. He has Purple Heart in the Army. I got a lot of my family is military. There's several.
He had some other stuff too, but he, of course, all those years, brain hemorrhage at Upper Chesapeake took him out.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some friends of ours, small neighbors of ours, that their husband served in Nam and was unfortunately, he was, I think, a half-track driver or whatever. Told me some stories about how they used to have trophies on their half track that they'd put on their trophy or on their half track. We're talking about these things. But anyway, he ended up getting exposed to Agent Orange.
All right.
But the neighbor's wife said we were the only ones he ever told the stories to. So that was kind of interesting.
My uncles both got exposed to it.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And Uncle Sam's almost 80, I think, and he's between him and Uncle Lee, they've both had I don't know how many like surgeries, bypasses, and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But another friend of Pete's, who was another family friend of ours, he was one of Patton's tank guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he was a tank mechanic.
Those were a different breed of people back then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing but respect, nothing but respect, whether they were in the service or not. Those people were just different people.
And we had another guy that we knew. His dad was one of the fuel guys for the tanks.
How many are in the group from that year? That's a good question. That's a good question. How many? Of course, we only not many people in here tonight. Kind of last second, but how many was born in '67? Interesting to know. 3 of us were so far. Well, 4.
1989.
I was already out of high school.
That's 4 years after graduation.
I'm considered an elder millennial.
An elder millennial? What are we? Generation X, I think we are.
Yeah.
I was before the millennials became what they're known as now.
Yeah, again, D.A. Roberts show should be live and flying right now. Go check them out for sure. We're not here to step on anybody's toes.
My neighbor Dan Hammond. He was born in '69.
What's that?
Dan
Hammond
down there.
Yeah. Yep. 64.
Thank you, Robert. 65 to 80.
Dan, I'm surprised you're still awake. He doesn't normally comment. He's usually just listening. He stopped in the market earlier. I warned him we were going live.
Yeah, we'll be able to get some steaks, I believe. Mary Fabian Robert had a good show yesterday. You had briefed me on that a little bit, Jeff.
Pat Harrison dropped in for a little bit, and I think a couple other people.
It went on for about a little over 2 hours.
Yeah, LBL thermal footage. It's hopefully in the near future when they are ready to release it.
Funny story about yesterday. She wasn't even trying to go live. She was trying to record an interview to send to Dixie Cryptid to Cam Buckner, and she accidentally hit the live feed.
Well, hey, she had a good show. A good accidental show.
I haven't had a chance to watch it.
Tammy, I'm still awake. You've been watching long enough to know how that goes.
There's Elaine Schatz is in the house. I just now called her.
Hey, Elaine.
Yes, Elaine. Everybody's telling her age.
We gotta work on some stuff.
Elaine's young. I think she's younger than Jeff.
Really? I don't know. I don't know Elaine.
I don't know. There he is.
There's who?
Williams.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, there he is. Happy little
Roger's here.
Yeah.
Roger, you done writing that love letter to Ray Stevens yet?
Yikes. Why you got to start a pod, Jeff?
Every time I think of Mississippi Squirrel Revival, that pops into my mind.
Yeah.
Which was a favorite song as a child.
Mm. Yeah, Roger's got a lot of stuff coming up too. You definitely want to be over there checking out Squatch and Holler.
Definitely.
That's pretty much turned into a full-time gig for him, I believe.
Good Lord.
A lot of work.
He's on about every other day.
Yeah.
I think our buddy Daniel Hamilton's on tonight too.
Yeah. One day we'll get Elaine back on too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Elaine's got some people we're gonna line up at some
Yes.
point. Gotta work on that.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, I want to get Roger and his buddy Don on for some good conspiracy theory stuff. Roger says he's kind of into that stuff. So
I want to get Wind Clan Ken and some other natives on for.
Yeah, we're gonna do. We talked to Wind Clan or Ken Shivers and David Beasley and maybe Pyro about Indian. We want to do a show on Indian folklore.
Yeah,
that we can talk about Sasquatch and Wendigos and whatever. I just want to know. I think it'll be interesting.
Yahola would probably be another one to have on there. He
Who?
was on Yahola Tiger. He was on with Ken the other night on Rogers. He's a younger guy, so it makes me feel a little more comfortable. Yeah, another 30 something in the so I don't feel like I'm completely alienated.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
I'm going to have to go over to the Knox compound and see if they've resurrected that zip line. See if I can get some footage.
That you don't have to film or photograph.
It's probably the Jeff Yarrington Memorial, or
maybe I could get Bud to come down and they could strap some GoPros to me and
no. Don't do it, Bud. Don't do it.
That would be a good
make it a pay-per-view.
I'm telling you, we've had some weird stuff happen in the quarries too. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's got something up in there. Because one night we walked out of there and something was following us.
The thing that's funny about the quarries here, and that is literally what, 2.5 miles from here where I live.
Yeah,
it's 2.5 miles.
Yeah,
but it's extensive.
It's big.
You think you get to the top of Wayford Hill? Oh, I've seen the quarries. That's it.
I mean,
keep going towards Pennsylvania.
That woods runs from right there by North Harvard Fish and Game.
Yep.
And it goes all the way through Whiteford, through all the Knox's properties,
Cardiff,
all
Delta.
the way down to like right behind Peach Bottom Inn.
Yep.
The whole way.
Yep.
That whole one side. And I've gone up there four-wheeling and partying and stuff back there in that's like the remote part of the county. You want to talk about some stuff.
There's quarry holes over to Dust Mills, the old Dust Mill area too. Big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a big one that was inundated with a lot of cars drove off in it.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
they would strip them and dump them in there,
Chad, there's places back there that if you're not paying attention, you take an ATV off of a cliff, you're actually in a quarry.
Yep.
Oh wow.
You're not. Yeah, there's been stuff gone missing back there for years.
Oh, yeah.
We lost an old army chief. We don't know what happened to it. They broke down and went back to get something else to go tow it out, and they couldn't find it. I don't know how the hell they lost it. But
I would like to hear some history if anybody knows or if it's ever been reported, if anything's ever happened, starting from 136, all the way back through over to the old Dust Mills, which is now a power plant. They got a power plant.
There's an old fire. What was
old fire watch
tower up there? We used to climb up the top of that thing.
Yep.
We were doing that the night that we saw those red eyes down in the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
And of course, we only had one pew between the 10 of us, so that was the last time I left mine in the truck.
That's a good question, Art. I would say yeah. I don't know about this one in particular, but there's several quarry holes up here. The big one is everybody's Stateville Church.
6M's got that big quarry over there.
Yes. Yep.
And there's several quarries between there and Knox's.
There's a big one over.
That whole area is full of quarries.
Yeah, there's a big one there just behind Stateville Church. That's where sunny day you go in and you look down, all you can see is cars.
That quarry that 6M's got's a big quarry.
Yeah, that might be would be on this side of 6M, on this side of Main Street
Yeah.
extended, I guess is what you'd call it.
Well, I've been to some places back in there that you'd be walking for a while before you figured out how to get out of there.
Oh wow.
There's
Check this. Yeah.
yeah, Will Jevning. I've heard him talk about quarries too. And Kumbo.
Be interesting to see if there's any kind of local history, if any. I mean, I know nearby there is Muddy Creek. You know, there's been some information there at
Muddy Creek's been
851
like,
and Route 74. So
yeah, Muddy Creek's been like that for years. I
yes.
can't wait till I can get some more local stuff. Hopefully,
The right person's here. We just gotta
yeah. I know.
Elaine. That's where Elaine comes in. Elaine's right here in the county with us. She's local.
Chad, I'm sure there's got to be some people around you that probably have
they'll
some
talk.
stuff.
People
Well,
don't
I know we're on that Sasquatch finder thing. Our town,
Hey, Deb.
our town is here in Jamestown, and then there's Allert. But on that Sasquatch match, or whatever the map, somebody sent me the app for it. There's one right outside of town, in I believe the Big South Fork Forest. So I know, if somebody's seen one and they report it, then there's people that have seen more that just don't report it. That's usually how I figure out it works. Because not everybody, like you guys have talked about, not everybody wants to talk about it or say they saw one. So, and I read the story and it sounded like, the guy said it was about 9-10 feet tall, and
That's the one I want.
they
Go
were,
ahead. I'm sorry, Chad. Go ahead.
and they were just out in the woods hunting, and it was at a distance, but it was clearly something walking, and it was, when they went back later, it was clearly that tall. So, and nothing we know of bear wise here in Tennessee is that tall. So, it definitely wasn't a black bear.
Yeah. Real quick, Wendell, on our chat group, it was mentioned we may have a show this evening, and Davis said we'll have fun. So I don't know if he might be busy doing stuff. The link's
he
there
has been
in
having
chat.
some issues with his equipment. So
yeah, Tuesday he never got back on.
no.
I just had a heart attack here. Hold on.
Don't say
Like
that.
you come in here, just beside you.
Oh.
You look over and your wife's standing there. 1 second. Behave yourself, Jeff.
Yeah. So I'm interested because we talked about, trying to talk to people with all the Bigfoot signs in their yards because they're everywhere, and just do you just believe in it, or are there experiences? Have you seen it? That's. But you are in Tennessee, so pulling onto somebody's land sometime isn't the smartest thing to do when they live off a bit from the road.
There's a guy up the road here, right across the line in Pennsylvania, that's got a whole family of them out in the front yard. One of these days, I'm going to pull in there.
It's interesting.
I'm gonna go up there and knock on the door and be like, hey, what's the deal with this?
Yeah. Right.
That seems to be my best way to get anything out of people. I just ask them.
Well, I mean, maybe they're waiting for somebody to ask. That's the thing is Jeff's gone.
Where'd Jeff go?
I don't know. I'm just talking to him.
He's backstage. I didn't do that, Jeff. I didn't do that. What did you do? He's back here laughing. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Hold on. You can hear me, Jeff. Log out and come back in. I can't. It won't even let me bring him back up here. Isn't that weird?
Wendell, I need to watch that again because I kind of half-assed watched it because it was on, a little screen on my phone about this big. So I need to put it on the computer and look at it.
I spot watched it. Yeah, I think he's got, might have found something in that video. We're going to watch her, Wendell. They got Jeff. I don't know what happened, Art. I was nowhere near his. I didn't do it. I don't know what's going on. stupid StreamYard sometime. Okay, here he comes again. All right, now there it is. Add the stage. Give me the link to add you back on.
I don't know what happened.
No idea. No idea. Anyway, we got through it.
I'll do that, Wendell. I'll put it on my TV and watch it.
Yeah. I watched 95, probably nearly 98% of all YouTube stuff on my living room TV.
I
Or
usually
this
do.
computer screen here. I can't stand watching something on a telephone.
Yeah, you got it. I
See
like
nothing.
to stream it to the TV a lot, so I
Right.
can.
Get a Fire Stick. You don't have to do that.
But some stuff you can look at on your phone. It looks fine.
That might be a little too advanced for Jeffrey.
Now I want to touch on something while we're
Yes,
here.
sir. What are we doing?
That freaking video the other day, Jerry, that I sent you, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's a Sasquatch walking across the."
Oh, the horse.
Oh my God!
Yeah, the horse.
I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna send that to Chad.
Huh?
I'll have to send that to Chad so Chad can see it.
Right away.
I
Right away.
swear,
You could tell it ain't.
I've already been in a Facebook argument with them. How do you know the farmer said it? I'm like thinking to myself, well, I'm a farmer. I know what a cow and a horse looks like.
Yeah.
I have to know what they look like going across a pasture. Now, to anybody that doesn't know anything about livestock, they
All about the
probably
angle.
notice.
Yep.
It's coming this way,
Mhm.
side angle.
Yeah, it's not
And it
crossing.
just kind of
this way,
turns
it's
just
coming
enough
at
that
you.
you can tell there is a head and there is a body. And at
Yeah.
one point, the damn thing even turns broadside, and you can tell that is not a.
It's a horse.
It's a horse,
Yeah. Well, I think some people just,
unless it's
I
a
don't know.
damn centurion running across the field or whatever the hell that thing.
That's what it was. That's what it
a
was.
centaur. Yeah, centaur.
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 Sorry, a centurion centaur.
Well, that's just live. Yeah, it's clearly. You don't even have to watch 10 seconds of the video.
Art said that the horse identifies the Bigfoot.
Right, Art. This day and age, you're probably right, Art.
Good job, Art. That was good.
It probably does identify as a Bigfoot.
Who knows
Yeah.
at this point?
Well, we've wasted 43 minutes of everybody's time. We ain't talking about nothing.
Hopefully everybody is watching, like flipping between our show and DA's show.
Yeah.
We don't, like I say, we don't. Is Miss Fee having a show tonight too?
I don't think she's having one tonight.
We probably should have got her to come on with us.
I didn't see anything, but she's gonna come on. I think she's out in the field tonight. I think she's camping or something.
Yeah, we're gonna do that ghost show. It's coming. It's just a matter of scheduling the ladies all together, and we got some cool Gettysburg stuff they're going to talk about.
Cool.
I tell you, I need to get back to Gettysburg soon.
Yeah, there was a time we were out there just about every weekend.
I'm hoping in October.
2020.
I'm hoping in October when Mark comes up.
Hey,
Well, there she is.
Hey,
what's happening? Bigfoot.
Roz,
Does this say Bigfoot?
Bigfoot Trail Guide.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping that
I had in
easy.
Alabama last year at the meet and greet on the way. It was kind of
Come on,
ironic.
Chad.
This is PG. Come on.
Leave my sister alone.
Hope
we
y'all
haven't
had a
seen
great
much
show.
of you since you lured him into Pennsylvania to come see us.
Yeah, should have seen the look on
Anybody-
Chad's face when I bought her dinner when they were here. See you, Jerry got both the women, huh?
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody knows this. If you maybe Tuesday, I think they mentioned it, but we got to meet Jerry and Jeff and were we in Maryland or Pennsylvania?
no, we were
there?
in Pennsylvania, but
Okay.
we were only like 5 minutes or
Okay.
Go ahead. Okay.
And it was
we were like
awesome. Had
a
dinner
couple
with them.
minutes from the line. You guys were literally like 10 minutes from my farm.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
A little further than that.
Yeah, it was very nice hanging out with y'all, and we really enjoyed it.
Yeah, Erica loves Cindy for sure.
Oh, yeah. She's awesome.
Ditto. Yeah. Like I was just telling them we're going to get you ladies together for that ghost show and turn you loose. So.
That looks like the same shirt he was wearing when we met.
It
It was the same,
I never take it
the
off.
same goatee.
Yeah, that probably is the
That's
same
the shirt.
shirt. That's his like latest favorite, I think.
It's funny. I was playing with a Ruger earlier.
Oh, no.
You're
Hey, we
playing
didn't
with
say
it?
the other. Hey, we didn't say
What
the
exactly
other
were you
word.
doing with it, Jeff?
That's just a brand name, okay? That's just
We
a
don't
brand
play.
name.
We don't play with pew pews. We shoot pew pews.
That's not a brand name. It's just a brand name. It's not a.
It either is or it isn't. What is it?
Wow.
Yeah, my shoulder hurts.
Well, I'll
Hey,
get out of here. I'm going to join the chat inside and start dinner. I just got out of the
Oh
garden.
Lord! I just.
I know
finished
it's
eating
late,
At
my
but-
8:30 and you haven't had dinner?
Uh-uh. No, I was making
You guys are living the
taking
farmer
advantage of the
lifestyle.
daylight.
Yeah, she was doing gardening and other things. She bought some flowers from the Amish, and
They're
Yeah.
trying to live like dairy farmers.
no, I think that's your world. I'm not stepping into that
Eating
one.
at weird hours.
We just
Yeah.
have weird hours.
I had to work like half a day this morning, and so then we went out afterward, and so got a late start, but it was a beautiful day, beautiful drive, great weather.
Trying to take advantage of it while we're here because all next week's supposed to rain. So
Mhm.
even when we go to Sylacauga, I think
Mhm.
that's where we're going.
Yeah,
it's
you guys are going to Holland's, aren't you?
Whenever.
supposed
Yeah.
to rain then too.
Yeah, it's
When is that?
supposed
Next
to.
weekend?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, I didn't know about it until after I planned on going to the Forest County Festival up there in Allegheny.
Oh,
That Mary unfortunately had to cancel because she's having
Yeah.
some.
She's having
Yeah.
a fit. Keep Mary in
And,
your prayers.
Yeah, definitely.
By all means.
Right after
Patrick?
that, of course, I get a message from Mr. Schilling. I'm like, hey, you going to. Yeah.
Right. Patrick, I'm
Uh.
going to tell you. I'll tell you a funny story. Patrick. He said he is the Chad in black. When I played for the Dayton Bombers in the East Coast Hockey League, that my song that they'd play when I'd come out on the ice was Back in Black. So, Chad in black. I like that.
It's
yeah.
funny because that was
Love
one of
that.
my favorite songs in high school.
Back in black.
All right. Well, y'all
When
have a
I was
great
in
show.
high
I'm gonna get
school,
on
it
the
came
chat.
out.
Yeah. You guys were both there at the same time.
Yep.
That's right. All right. See you guys.
See
Good
ya.
night, Erica.
Have a good night.
Don't fall
You too.
asleep standing up.
Jeff does. It ain't pretty.
Yeah.
That's because he doesn't have far to fall.
She's already got the Chinese eyes. I'm watching her.
Yep.
Hey, she's shorter than I am. She doesn't have to fall as far as I do.
You watching DA on your phone, Jeff?
Not yet. We gotta see because DA's throat's in trouble if Lauren gets any more she gets any more viewers on from last week.
Yeah, they're still the highest viewed show. DA
She
is and Robbie,
she's
but she is catching.
creeping up there.
She is catching quick.
She
Hey,
is
Tammy's
great.
in there. Tammy's in the chat. In DA's chat.
Who?
Tammy Johnson.
Timmy
She's in our
Johnson.
chat.
She's
Oh, yeah,
been
yeah.
here for the last few weeks.
Hillary too. All right. Everybody's there. I like that.
Yep.
They're flipping between chats.
I do that too when I'm helping moderate, just to try to cover everybody in case there's a Crabius Maximus infestation somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta start
Yeah,
looking.
Billy is I think Billy is actually in Holland's right now. Or he's on his way to Holland.
No, he said, well, no, he might Sunday. I think he was going to arrive Sunday, if I'm correct.
Yeah, so he
He's
might
been
be
in
on
the
his
whole
way.
week.
Spend the week here.
And in fact, since he's not in the chat, I would say he's probably there.
He's probably
Okay. Wendell just said he's supposed to be there now.
Yeah.
Wow, that would have been cool to get him come
How
on
was
live.
it? How was
Yeah.
it? How was it meeting him?
Oh, I've met Billy. Billy's awesome. He truly is.
You met Billy before then.
He is a good person. He is just, he's never worried about himself. It's everybody else. He's just a fantastic person.
Art, yes. I'm telling you, Night Callers was the show and will be again. Sure. They've done a wonderful job with that show over the years.
He is firing it back up next month, and
we'll be on there sometime soon.
Yeah.
Yes. Looking forward to it.
In fact, Daniel Hamilton actually yesterday there he was doing a live on his way home and wants to get us lined up to do some recordings.
Yeah, sure.
Probably start out separately and then have us all on at the same time.
Look at that. Billy and Gary both are in Holland right now.
Oh, Lord, Gary. That's why Gary's not on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Told you.
See, we wanted to do a live on Sunday.
Oh, look at that. As I live and breathe, Michael Haywood.
Haywood.
Oh, boy.
What's up, Haywood? Yeah, we wanted to do a live Sunday from Holland's, but the internet's so horrible out there.
Yeah. I actually got to talk to Haywood on Mons' show Thursday night.
Yep. Well, yeah, we were there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Old Haywood.
Nice. Yeah, I'm kind of watching DA's chat while we're watching our chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Hold on.
Want to turn hair loss into hair gains?
Sorry, gotta get my volume fixed here.
Yeah.
DA's got 200 in there right now.
Does he? When are you guys having him on? Your 50th?
That'll be not this week, but the following week.
Okay.
Him and Robbie are going to come on for that because I asked him Wednesday. Whenever Jerry needs something done, he just asks me to go find it.
I just have to get.
I dug up Wyatt Earp, so you know.
Yeah. I just have to get the balls to call people to set up shows. Because I don't know anybody.
I'm listening to you, short shit. I'm listening to you.
I knew you were listening.
So I need to get the cojones to call people and talk to them a little bit and get a show set up where we have a guest, because I don't want to do every show by ourselves, but I also don't want to have a guest every show. So I just thought this week, we've had Rusty on the first show. He came on. That wasn't a guest. He just hopped on.
Yeah.
And then you guys have hopped on, you and Ken Shivers that night. And my buddy from Dayton that went to January 6th. So I wanted to get somebody on, and I thought this would be a good episode to have somebody like Bud.
Bud's hopped on before, hasn't he? I think.
Not on our show, I don't think. He wanted to hop on the bugging in show.
Yeah.
But for some reason he couldn't get into the login.
It was Roger. That's what it was.
Oh, that's right, Roger. Yeah.
Roger's on everybody's show. Because he just got so much to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Roger's awesome.
Roger's my hero. Follow Mopari in. He's a Dodge man.
Yeah, I've noticed if you just sometimes
remind me, I'm hogging ice cream down.
And if somebody turns me on to somebody to check out, I just be like, hey. And usually within a couple messages, I can get a response to yay or
right.
So
I like to, after the incident the other day or the other week on the show, your show, the old line. Oh yeah, the old line.
The old line cryptid.
Habeas Maximus.
Yeah. Now when somebody gives me a name, I'm on Facebook checking everything about them.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
because I don't want to get somebody on that, oh yeah, you should try this person, and then ends up being, obviously
Yeah,
I trust everybody in our chats. because
Yeah.
they do
Yeah, I
them all
thought
over.
I could too.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Tammy, you can watch DAs now.
Yeah. Art, you're right. Lard
Yes.
was yes.
Yeah, that was. Well,
Mhm.
I love all your
Oh,
guys' shows.
Yeah, Terry was already there tonight. I forgot Terry lives down by Mark.
Oh, Terry, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll see. I'll get to meet Terry then. Super.
Terry,
Do
you
a
and
live.
I
Do a
had
live when you're down there, Chad.
I'll try.
Yeah.
And see what kind of internet we have down there. But I know other people have tried, and it always cuts out. I can probably do record it and then show it
Mhm.
later. But
I tell you, depending on when Mark Green gets here in October, maybe I'll have to do a live with the Greens
We are.
from my
you
yard.
should. You definitely should.
We're gonna have a big bonfire and everything, right?
Oh yeah.
I
We'll
wanted.
probably, as they say in the South, carry them over to Gettysburg,
Mm-hmm.
or we might even camp at Gettysburg.
Hey, there you go.
I Camp Michelle.
We stayed at a real nice. I think it was a KOA there. It was really nice.
Ah, Phyllis.
Phyllis.
Hey, Phyllis.
Where you been, Phyllis?
Pine Knot's here? Or is she in the wrong
There's-
chat?
Well, I think Pine Knot's there too. Phyllis is going to have to make a trip up to the eastern seaboard.
Mm-hmm.
Phyllis, you're going to be there in Hollins, aren't you?
She's at a fish fry right now.
Oh. Yeah,
Wish I was at a fish fry.
that's what I'm worried about, Terry, trying to go live there. I'll try it, though. I'll see if I can do something.
Yeah.
Hey, Ken.
There's Ken. Old
Brother
Ken
Ken.
Shivers. Look at that.
Who? Oh, okay.
Wednesday Ken.
Yep. We gotta get him on here.
He's a cool dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
My beard almost glows.
It is glowing from here.
Takes away the light. Do something with this light.
You got a bug zapper out there or something?
No, I brought one of my studio lights out here so I could have some kind of light. I don't like to turn the porch light on because as soon as you open the front door, all the bugs shoot in the house.
Studio.
No, Art,
Well,
we have not looked into Starlink, but Lauren
Studio.
says that you should ask her about it.
Studio.
Well, I don't have a studio, but they're lights that would go into a studio.
I still laugh about her telling us that her old studio is actually a closet in her house.
Hey, there you go.
Good to see you, Ken. I'm almost done hogging my ice cream down.
all the trade secrets you hear. I'll have to eat my ice cream after this because that will require me going out to the market and raiding the freezer.
Yeah, I know. It must be nice.
I can't have ice
Hey,
cream. I haven't had
it has taken a lot of willpower not to go to that ice cream freezer every night of the week. You don't know how many days I've been going without going to that ice cream freezer.
I'm sure, knowing you.
That's a nice question Robert asked. Here's a question for you that have camped in the area for research. Is there a specific way you would set up a camp with tents, RVs, or cars, then with cameras pointed into the surrounding area? That's a good question.
Well,
I think people just park wherever.
I
Nobody's.
mean, as far as setting up your tent or camper, I mean, it'll be a little different with a tent. I personally want some buffer zone between the wood line and my tent.
right.
Tent on the inside.
unless I'm camped in the woods like I was in Western Maryland the week before I went to Michaud, then in that case, I don't have a choice. I got to just set my hammock up in the woods. But then you have samurai chatter 15 feet from you. So,
With the RV, I have cameras pointing all 4 directions.
Yeah.
Not back, side, and side. So
well, we were going to do that in Michaud when Bud showed up because he had like a flat rock's worth of equipment in his truck that we were just going to plaster in every direction, but the weather was so bad we didn't even do that.
Okay.
excellent, Elaine. Definitely something to do. Yep. Good idea.
That's
I
a great
already talked
idea.
to Bud about that. When we plan to go back to Michaud at some point, we'll hopefully have better weather. We can have stuff pointed in all directions. But I think there's some other places up in there I'd like to look, go up there and just spend a day driving around, checking out some of that area.
Caledonia. I think there was a report out of Caledonia, which is a little further north.
Yeah.
Yep, towards Burnt Cabins area, up outside of Burnt Cabins, Pennsylvania. It's not far from where we used to go up to hunt camp up there.
I'll tell you, that Michaud area, though, I mean, it's easy to get to, and it's just far enough out of town that you don't have to deal with all the hubbub.
Yep.
Going into Gettysburg. And you don't have to go in there very far to be in the thickness of the woods there.
Just go west. You go west. Go west maybe 5 miles. Go west 5 miles, and that's where those pictures were shot, right outside of Chambersburg.
Oh, okay.
The ones that you sent
the ones
me?
I shared. The ones I shared on. Yeah.
When you were there for that poll. Yeah. That area is, if you want a good place to tent camp or pull an RV into or whatever, it's a very nice primitive camping area.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's like 12 sites in there. It's not huge, but it's big enough for you could put more people in one camping section if you're willing to share. You could get multiple tents and stuff into those spots, like where I was camped out next to Bud and Angie. I mean, we had plenty of room.
Mm-hmm.
I will say it is a very solid ground. There's also a lot of rocks that you got to be careful not to back over or.
Oh, I'm sure.
Caught up under your.
Yeah.
There was an intoxicated local that drove through that one night while we were all sitting out there. I think Levon and her husband were still there, and he was trying to sell us firewood during the burn ban season.
Yeah, Robert, that's a good idea. Yeah, I know. Scott Carpenter would triangulate in a triangle perimeter of his tent. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
To try to catch something or keep them away. Actually, it was to keep them away. It actually made a triangle perimeter to keep them away from the tent.
Well, you know what I want to do? I'd like to go somewhere and set up a fake camp.
That's what we just talked about.
Yeah, that's what Elaine was saying.
That's what Elaine was saying, setting up a fake camp and playing, what'd she say, music and.
I didn't see that going through there. I missed that.
Oh, I shared it on the screen.
No,
but
I was looking at the dog.
I think it's an excellent idea.
Yeah, that could be something I could do here while I'm in the house. I could set up a damn
absolutely
camp back there and just leave my recorders running.
Yeah, definitely.
I need to finish going over that footage from last spring because, well, not footage, audio. I'm sorry. It's like I'm filming something. I don't have that.
Right.
But I tell you, there's weird noises on that audio that don't make any sense to me. And I'm only a few hours into it, 23 hours worth of audio on the hard file on that thing because I didn't have the damn SD card because I'm stupid. Just like Lauren said, every time you have your equipment off, something happens.
Mhm.
Or not
Yeah.
set up.
Maybe they know it. Like I talked about before, you know, electric fields and stuff, and maybe they can sense it. And
All right, as soon as I can get it set up to where we can go through the rest of it, I'd like everybody to listen to it. I don't think it's as far right now. I wouldn't say it's anything groundbreaking, but you can definitely hear some stuff on there.
Phyllis, we'll be down Friday afternoon. I believe Friday afternoon, early evening at the latest.
And I don't care if anybody makes fun of me for some of it being.
For what?
I don't care if I get made fun of over it either.
I don't know.
But there's definitely a few things on there that pique my interest. I just got to go over it more.
Yeah, the only thing you can hear around like where we live, we have woods around us, but all you can hear all night are barking dogs. So we don't have the luxury of like if we taped anything, it'd be barking dogs and coyotes.
If anything, if anyone listened to if you and Jerry listened to anything that David sent last night, I can hear some stuff in there.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not listened to that. I got to listen to that.
It was before the coyotes started, though.
Right.
And that sounded like what I heard here 18 years ago. So just in a closer distance. Way too close. Every time I hear that, anything that sounds remote to that, my blood just runs cold.
Oh, wow.
Every time I hear anything that sounds close to it.
Yep. I'll do it to you.
And then I kind of get that, smirk on my face, like, well, there it is.
There it is.
I agree with Terry. I got too old for a 10 a long time ago. 100% agree with that one. Not you, me.
We mapped out today how we're going to sleep in the SUV from now on. You're
not taking your gas guzzler down there.
Oh, that truck never. Oh my gosh, no. That's almost gallons per mile.
Gallons per mile. Yeah, that's my grandfather would say.
But
Mark Green's at work.
Hey, Mark. I'm really looking forward to meeting Mark. Mark and Becca.
Oh, I cannot wait to meet Mark.
Yeah.
There's so many people I'm looking forward to meeting, and Eric is the same way.
Jack Nicholson at some point.
Oh, we've met Wendell. We've met Wendell.
Worries
me.
I have a feeling when I go to Greg's for the first time, Wendell's going to be like in the driveway or something, like waiting for me to get there.
He's going to be lurking by the propane tank waiting on you.
Yeah, Wendell's going to pop out from behind the propane tank and give me a damn heart attack. Yeah. Hopefully, Greg doesn't arm me before going into the man cave, or there might be some holes in the propane tank.
Wendell will be outside rubbing his fingernails and toenails up against the propane tank.
Don't shoot the propane tank.
Yeah.
I don't shoot at explosives unless I'm allowed to.
Right.
I'm going to pick that room that Misty always sleeps in
We just live too far away from it all, unfortunately.
How far do you guys live from Misty, Chad?
2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Not far. We were supposed to meet them for dinner when we were going to Knoxville, but I can't remember, something happened weather-wise, weather-wise, I think they couldn't make it.
Misty had to do something in her greenhouse.
There was a lot of tornado warnings flying around that night. So we were going to a hockey game. We had a hotel room, so we just
I am gonna be at a Bigfoot festival in Pennsylvania next week, but I'm planning on trying to get down there soon.
You guys need to do a conference and have your own booth. You and Jeff, Jerry.
What's that? I'm sorry. I'm on another page. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
He says we need to do a conference and have our own booth.
Have a booth. Everybody knows you guys, so that'd be cool.
It's hard to get away right now, especially in the summer months. But we have that one I'd like to go to up here at Paradise Park.
The Cryptid Fest at
Paradise Park, yeah.
What's it called? Paradise.
Paradise, PA. That's not even an hour away, really. We can through the back roads and get maybe an hour. I guess it'd be an hour.
Mark Green, I've had that before.
Uh-oh.
Waking up in water in your tent, sure.
Nope. That RV spoiled me. See, told you he was having trouble. Yeah, once you have an RV, it's hard to say. Yeah, I'll go sleep in the tent tonight. I don't think so. Nope.
Oh, coyotes are howling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Got some mutes on. Okay.
Hell was that?
Yeah, Zippy's back.
I don't know what happened. I was trying to comment here and it logged me out.
Huh.
Yeah, I bet, Mark. I bet. I'm assuming she was in the tent as well.
For the love of God.
What? Be nice.
There it goes.
You gone again?
Yeah. For love of God, so I don't know what he's doing.
Robert, no. These are trail cameras that I put up on all four, like front, back, and one on each side. They're not cell phone camera. I just check them in the morning. Each morning, check the SD cards. Old school.
Yeah.
What day? I mean, we're going to get another RV sometime. I'll probably rig that one up a little better. Should I bring him back on or just leave him backstage? He's disrupting the show, damn it. Damn kids.
Them youngins.
Every time I try to use my computer to comment, it would log me out.
Well, I have an idea.
No clue. Like, I guess I'm
use your phone.
Cell phone.
Yeah, use your phone. Don't use your computer.
Oh Lord.
Now he's gone again. I guess I'll have to find two new co-hosts. Neither one of them would stay online.
They're shutting you down, Jerry. You're next.
Yeah. Jeff, it won't let me. If you can hear me backstage, you got to log out and come back in. It won't let me add you. I don't know if it's something going on with
you guys don't have any storms, do you?
No, it's beautiful outside. Nice and actually, it's chilly out.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I think last night I got down to like 58 or 50, maybe even a little cooler than that here.
Last week, one night was 49, 48, 48 degrees. Yeah. There he is. Let's try it again. There we go.
I'm not even going to try to use my phone to comment on chat because I just did that and it kicked me out again.
There's Yoder. Hi, Yoder.
Hey, Pine Knot. He was another one over there. He's visiting both chats here, too.
He comes in on our Wednesday night show.
Yeah, I see
Tractor pulling.
Smith's in there, and he's from down south.
Yeah, one of my co-hosts on Wednesday night is Mennonite, and
Oh, okay.
him and Yoder talk.
Yeah, I seen Yoder in there the other night when I popped
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, watch out for them Yoders.
Chad, you have eye shine at your 6.
It was probably at the back window with my cat.
Okay.
It's there.
Yep, I see it moving now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Callie.
There you go. Oh,
I was starting to think it was Erica.
Lord have mercy.
You and Miss B got the same.
You missed that,
cat.
Jeff. You
Yeah,
missed
we do.
that, Jeff. You missed it.
Well,
Jeff.
not the same cat. That would be really weird that her cats were in North Carolina and
Yeah.
coming to our house. But ours, I made a story up that our cat drives to Chicago every weekend when we're not home. Pick up some malt liquor and
It's like Stewie from Family Guy.
yeah.
Ken's got something there, Jeff. I shine.
Wow, Ken.
Bigfoot Crossing Restaurant. Tell me more.
Mark Green, did you get me a landing strip in your backfield yet? So I can come down for a campfire? Fire pit, whatever.
Jerry's got one of those Yellowstone helicopters.
Yeah. Wouldn't he?
I wish that I had that kind of agriculture money where I had a helicopter. I could just,
I like to see the look on his face if I drove in his driveway with Maryland tags on, see if he'd put 2 and 2 together.
Hey, Jeff, maybe you could put it on your farming, and it's a farm necessity.
I can get one of them ones for spraying crops or
Chad,
something.
don't get me started, Chad. Don't get me started on him, Chad.
Anymore around here, it's cheaper to hire somebody
to
bring equipment than it is to buy equipment. Good Lord.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Utah, goodness, Art.
Ooh.
It really is, Chad. It's cheaper for us to hire somebody than it is to buy equipment.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Oh my God. For what it would cost to rebuild our corn planter, it's easier just to have somebody else come in.
Or maybe you could get a drone that could lift you and take you. And you could use that as a farm write-off.
I don't think
Drones
there's a drone big enough to fly my fat ass to Holland. Now,
that's some serious eye shine back there.
I will say though, Jerry, that David Rose does have a drone that's big enough to go spray fields with.
Yes. Yep.
That sucker is so big that they have a stake body truck.
Yes.
With a crate for it, and it's got a crane to lift it up out of the box.
Oh wow.
And it's big enough to put all the chemicals on there to go out and spot spray the fields with.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a drone company 3 years ago that sponsored our pulling series.
Oh yeah.
I forget the name of the company, but they had some stuff on display at one of our pools. That's smaller to not as big as you're talking about, but
yeah,
they got some impressive stuff. I forget the name of the company. I agree something I can't remember.
Jeff, do you think the drone could drag you there?
I look like a Bigfoot swing loaded underneath of it. That I know that even my my midget friend Andy that works for the extension service, who I was drinking beer with on Sunday night while we were taking the tires off my other truck to haul to the Mexican tire shop. Good place to go, by the way. They got really good cheap tires.
Yep.
And he's got one that they issue him at work, but it's not big enough to do that with. It's just for monitoring fields and stuff. But your son does that now for deer, doesn't he?
Yeah, he just has a drone business. He does aerial photography and hunts deer. or deer
He-
down that have been shot.
Well, he doesn't hunt them. He
No.
hunts them for someone else.
Yeah.
So is he just doing like Ohio, or where's he?
Yeah, because it's too, you got to weigh gas costs to go
It's a
places.
long way to drive
Yeah.
for some of the jobs. So
Right. So he stays pretty much local to like Dayton, Columbus, Cincinnati, but there's so many drone businesses out there now. So what's really nice is they put out a map of all the drone companies and they all work together on the areas they're going to, okay, you take this from here, and they're all working together. It's like nobody's fighting.
Now, do those drones have thermal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, at least
that
it
was
does.
another game changer when I bought that thermal last year for Bigfooting purposes. It's already paid for itself finding deer.
Yeah, like I said before, I think his rate, if I'm correct, and I don't know if I should tell it, but it was like $200, straight up. That's what you paid. And he'd go out and find your deer for you. And some lady hired him to find her cat. Now,
hey, we used one to find one of my missing cows 2 years ago up by the winery. So
that's a little different than a cat. So, cats are small.
Surprised how easily a cow can hide in a big patch of woods, though.
Yeah, probably.
You wouldn't think it'd be that easy, but trust me, I spent like 3 days over there. And Jerry knows the area I'm talking about between 136 and Craig Davis's place.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I was Jerry, I was all up in every nook, cranny, and crevice of that area. I spent several days and a few sleepless nights, several expenses later that we won't discuss, but that was a rough week. I met a lot of people trying to find that stupid cow, and I drove back a lot of driveways. I thought I might get shot at it.
Oh, I bet.
I just pull up like, hey, anybody seen a cow?
Oh, wow. There's a bunch of shows on tonight.
Really?
Is there?
There's, I don't know who the Bigfoot report is, but then Cryptid Huntress is on.
Well,
live.
she's on all the time.
Yeah, she does have a lot of shows.
Yes, she does. That's
And
probably
of course,
where Patrick
DA.
Neville
Hi,
disappeared.
Catherine.
Hey, Catherine.
Hey, Catherine. Yeah, Pat probably disappeared over to the Cryptid Huntress.
Yeah, the views are slowly creeping up here.
Remote viewing.
Oh, is that what it is tonight?
Yeah.
That's an interesting topic. That's for sure.
Oh, Pat's still here. He hasn't disappeared yet. He's probably like Hillary doing 3 shows at one time.
Ken, I think we'd all like one of those, a pimped out Dominator. That would be pretty cool.
What did Jerry?
Just on my camera.
Yeah, we would like to have a pimped out Dominator. So I look like Mad Max.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind to have a tank turret on it.
I need that for the next time I go to Green Mountain in West Virginia.
Where are you at, Blaylock?
I don't know where he is.
He's probably busy.
He probably had to go take care of the neighbor's bear or something.
Bears.
Bears.
Patrick is here only because Patrick is dedicated. He is my hero.
That's because Patrick loves me. I think he might be adopting me.
Do me a favor, Patrick. Take him out of here and keep him in West Virginia. Or... I'm just kidding.
Do you want some mosquito spray?
You fill them egg cartons up yet?
Not bad right now.
Okay.
I've had one of them cockroaches.
Yeah, I think they're already refilled back in the refrigerator.
Cool. Good deal.
My grandmother
more
was
coming.
my grandmother was boxing up eggs this morning, so I'm sure she probably used them.
Good.
That's one of the things we do to keep her occupied is boxing eggs.
Hour and 25 minutes. We've talked about absolutely nothing.
Well, remember
Right.
that one time we randomly went live because you were at the campsite and
Yeah. How
we
long was
pulled
that
off
show?
like 2 hours out of that.
I'm surprised I was able to stay on for 2 hours there.
That's right. I remember that.
I had a couple little hiccups, but
I don't
yeah,
even remember what was happening. Was our old
we're going to do it again here soon.
oh yeah.
Catherine, she said there were no notifications.
Thank you, Art. We appreciate that, Art. Like
You
I say,
just
we're
gotta
just
be on
we're
the
just here to
lookout.
learn, have fun.
You just gotta be on the lookout.
There's my boy.
Oh my goodness,
Sean Collins.
Wild Man's here. Look out,
He found us.
Wild Man.
The wild man has arrived.
Yep.
He's been out hiking around lately.
Has he?
Catherine, sometimes I tell you, sometimes you got to go to the channel and resubscribe and ring the bell for notifications. For YouTube, I just read about that. What happens? They don't do it purposely. They go through what YouTube does. They go through and people who have subscribed to channels, any channel, whatever channel, that or either number one, no longer a member or haven't been active for a while or something, which you always are. So I don't know why you wouldn't have gotten notified.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense because all the people that are normally active in our stuff is
I got a notification for Rogers after one of his afternoon shows.
Yeah.
2 hours after the show.
I've had it days after.
Yeah.
I've had it happen like a day or two after.
Well, Greg, the other day when we were planning on having our surprise show, Greg gets a message saying that Wyatt's coming on, and that was the show from a week and a half before.
Yeah. It's weird. Yeah. But they suggest that from time to time you just go in and make sure you're still subscribed and hit the bell. Make sure you're still getting notifications.
I'll get notifications for stuff that's a week down the road. Yeah. And I'm thinking, why am I getting that now?
I've gotten that for Miss V's show before.
I've gotten it from Rogers. I've gotten it from her. I'm trying to think who else I got it from. It's always like a week in advance. I'm still trying to figure out how Greg got one from 2 weeks prior.
Well, Roger's done so many shows. I guess they're taped or whatever, but like he's got shows I get notifications for weeks in advance.
Yeah, I get them too. The extras or whatever.
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, mosquitoes.
I get you a thermocell. I've got a couple of them suckers. Because I used to hunt Sika deer down the eastern shore in Dorchester, and that is one of that's the Hoopers Island Air Force. Those suckers will carry you off and deposit you on the other side of the county.
Yeah, they got some big ones down there.
I'm telling you, that's what the Hoopers Island Air Force is. It's mosquitoes. There was a store down there that used to sell T-shirts that had pictures of the Hoopers Island Air Force. There was a bunch of mosquitoes. Yeah. I could see them things coming across the way at me. It looked just like a big ball. And then you're like watching it come across the marsh. You're like, what the hell is that? And then the whole swarm would hit you. And then you go, oh, mosquitoes. And you'd be wearing all your face paint and stuff, bow hunting, and you'd have like a couple hundred bugs stuck to your face. That was fun to get clean off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't share a link around. It was everything was last minute.
And that was in November, Chad. And those things were like it wasn't exactly warm outside, but you wouldn't have noticed with the amount of bugs we had.
Right.
There's just shot at Roger.
Oh, across the bow.
Wendell.
Wendell.
Man.
Wendell, when are you gonna have another show? Oh yeah, cicadas. They haven't
Yeah.
been bad up. They haven't been bad up here.
They were supposed to be bad. This is the second year they've talked about, our area and all the different broods of cicada. And here at our house, we never hear them.
Now Jerry and I have seen some pretty bad cicadas over the years.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Plaster's
last-
car, man.
Yeah, Michael's right. Yeah, Haywood's right about that. The no-see-ums.
Yeah.
But the last few years, it's been lanternflies. Not so much last year, but year before, those lanternflies were bad.
Yeah, they're really bad in Pennsylvania. Eastern PA.
The,
really bad.
We still get some of the stink bugs.
Yeah.
I will say back about
I don't get many of them.
about 6 or 8 years ago, you could go out there and chop all the corn, and as soon as you chop all the fields off, you'd have stink bugs just lining your equipment. I opened up the truck door one day and about 400 of them fell out of it. Those stink bugs are crazy. I accidentally took some with me on a hunting trip and unpacked my clothes and put my hunting clothes on, went out in the blind and realized I had a stink bug climbing up the inside of my britches during a deer hunt. That was not fun. I made a bit of ruckus trying to get him out of my pants.
We were fishing in Canada one year up at Lake Nipissing, and it was when the mayflies came in. I have never seen so many mayflies in my life. They covered every inch of our camper, the ground.
We've had them around here on the river.
Everywhere you walk, and they could find any hole in your camper and come in.
Yeah. Yep.
Just like a stink bug when you're talking about those. We don't have holes in our screens, but somehow they end up in our house.
One year, Jerry, you remember where Cape Penlopen is in Delaware?
Yes. Yep.
We camped down there in a pop-up one year when I was a kid, and we had the bug nettings up and everything.
Yeah.
The mosquitoes were so bad. They were like getting into the bug netting. And I was probably like 11, 12. Everybody was getting eaten up mosquitoes. I gave up and went and slept in the van with the window partially down, and I didn't even get hit by a mosquito in there. But everybody that slept in the pop-up got ate up.
I bet.
They
weren't bad around here last year, but this year, man, they're vicious. I'm looking at a
horseshoe crab that weekend too. There's a lot of old military installations out there with the old storm bunkers.
I'll try that, Patrick.
I got to see a bunch of those. Oh yeah, dragonflies.
I don't see dragonflies around here either. I wish
I
I
don't see many. Not very often.
They're still down on the river. You go out there.
Yes.
Let me ask everybody that's in chat too. Do you see lightning bugs, or have you seen less bees this year? Because I walked around our house. We do clover. We have a lot of clover in our yard and dandelions, and I see no bees. And lightning bugs, I haven't seen a lightning bug all year yet. So I don't know if it's not time, but I didn't see them last year either.
I haven't seen one yet, but the peepers have just started.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been some we've been seeing some hummingbirds.
Yeah, we finally saw hummingbirds.
Yeah, we got hummingbirds, and normally once the hummingbirds show up, everything else shows up.
Wrong post. Yes.
And
Lost
no,
there's plenty here too.
not too many of them yet, but we've got big lobster. John Lamb.
Hey, John.
Knew he was hiding somewhere.
to see you,
John
John.
Lamb.
Looking forward to seeing you again, John. See,
Yeah,
Terry,
the
agree.
hummingbirds have been out for us.
last year we were inundated with carpenter bees, and I've seen maybe a few.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of them. We always have a bunch of those.
Yeah. There's plenty of them here.
Yeah, no lightning bugs here yet.
Uh-oh. See that?
See what?
Getting ready to check out. Starting to
Nope.
yawn already.
Nope.
When he starts doing this, you know he's on his way out.
Oh yeah, he gets that hand ouch. Gets that hand back. I can't do it. Shoulders ain't agreeing to it. Exactly. There you go. I used to be able to do that.
I can, but it hurts.
Ain't happening. Well, we're an hour and 37 minutes in, so big day tomorrow. Big day.
Roger, what's a canap? Just curious.
That is also known as a nap.
Yeah. Spelled a little. That must be the
It's called David is 3 hours behind us, so it's probably not even dark out there yet.
Tennessee spelling.
That must be the Southern Tennessee thing.
Yeah.
Southern Middle Tennessee.
All right.
Not falling for that. When he steps away and doesn't mute his mic, he mute his mic. Now he's back.
Oh,
Anyway,
no, I wasn't peeing.
my back is tight as can be. It hurts.
I know mine's
Don't
been,
ever get old.
mine's been like that this week too, Jerry.
Hey, if I could make a suggestion to everybody, Eric and I are on this natural kick for like not getting sick or doing all these herbs and stuff like that.
Yep.
Pickled garlic. It's spectacular. And garlic's supposed to help you not get sick. Most people don't eat garlic cloves plain, or if you do, good for you. But I suggest pickled garlic's really good.
Oh, I love garlic. Honestly, I love anything pickled. Jerry, did you see the pickles in there?
No.
We've got pickles in the store now.
Ooh.
And
good.
we've got all sorts of different flavored pickles. There's even pickled cauliflower in there right now.
Oh, really?
Now that is good.
Sometimes that's the only way I'll eat that stuff, if it's pickled.
Yeah, no vampires either.
Yeah, Art, I eat so much garlic that a vampire would probably spontaneously combust if it.
I said the same thing to Erica. She eats so much garlic.
You eat all that garlic, keep ticks off of you.
I'm telling you, a vampire would explode if it ate the amount of garlic that I ingested.
Mark's
It'd
back.
be like direct sunlight contact.
That's a good point, Robert. I get that. You don't get sick because nobody's around you because your breath stinks so bad.
That's right, Michael. Garlic cloves fried in olive oil.
Shoo-wee.
Damn near every McCormick seasoning I have in this kitchen has garlic in it. It's either straight garlic or something with garlic.
Roger.
I
Becca's
see that. Yeah,
Where is Becca's husband?
he's here. He just
Hey, you just
threw
commented.
messages up. Yeah, he had a comment.
He might have
There
had to
you
go deal with a mechanical emergency. I talked to him the other day. They've been having a lot of those lately at the plant.
Yep.
Wendell Erica makes garlic
Yeah,
bread
garlic bread's
using
good.
jalapeno sourdough bread.
Jalapeno sourdough?
Yeah, it's
Whoa.
to die for.
I'm going to have to get a sample of that.
It is super good. Well, she'll make our breakfast sandwiches with it and everything. Oh boy, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I think when I come to have, there better be some of that waiting when I come to visit.
Hey, you come to visit, there'll be all the food you need.
We might have to take a pew trip to the local,
Hey, to the hardware store, to the gun
Yeah.
store, to the pharmacy, to the
testing, the testing.
It's
facility.
everywhere.
We'll have to go to the testing facility.
We probably have 10
It's a shame you guys didn't have more time when you came to visit. You could have came to my personal testing facility. In fact, whenever somebody needs to test anything, they normally call me.
Okay, there's an airport in Sylacauga. Small jets can land there.
Hey, Erica, hear
made.
that?
I'll fire up the jet, Mark.
Yeah.
Because we have an airport here in Jamestown. Oh, yeah, I'd never say their name where we live, but here
Hey, my
Tennessee.
my grandfather on my dad's side, back when he was still alive, had his pilot's license, and he flew all over the country. And we're still trying to figure out how he had clearance to land at any airport in the United States. Probably had something to do with his clearance when he was working for,
You think?
as a civilian contractor. But apparently he had he had access to things that people in the military didn't. So I don't know how that worked. Never really got an answer to that, but he was also married to multiple women in different states. So
okay, all right. He was Mormon. Is that what you're telling me? Anyway,
I don't know what was going on there, but let's just say if he had paid his property taxes in Delaware, we would have owned half of Newark, Delaware. He also bought landlocked he bought landlocked property in Arizona, trying to figure out how my grandfather did that. That was on my dad's side. We're not really sure. He was one of those guys that was really smart, but didn't have a lot of common sense. So we don't know. He passed away before I was born. He also worked on a lot of stuff that probably was his undoing physically.
John Lamb, why did you give up your beehive today? No bees, or curious? And Mark, I've heard that pesticides are destroying the bees, and well, I think there's other things destroying the bees too. Look back at our first show about geoengineering. But anyway, without bees, we don't have pollination. Plants don't grow, and trees don't grow, and so hopefully something changes where we start getting bees again.
If anybody's wondering why I'm not commenting, every time I've tried to do that, I've gotten kicked off tonight. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but
here's just so much trouble, Jeff.
Catherine, you're hilarious.
John says the bee lady came and got them. We have plenty now. I got a local guy that we get honey from to sell in the store. There's been some last couple of years, people have been finding wild, what do they call it? Not the hive, but swarms people have been going out and catching wild swarms of the honeybees. So
Okay.
there's been several of them around here. In fact, our not related to Jerry, but same last name. He had some hives up here on the corner of the golf course, and typical Howard, the
I
hives
knew who you meant. Thanks,
the
buddy.
hives fell apart and the bees are gone. You know what I found out, Jerry?
What'd you find out, Jeffrey?
The hives were falling apart, and we were getting the honey from him, but he was going and buying it from an auction and selling it to us. A crooked bastard.
Come on, click my finger. Thank you.
Yeah,
You
I
fell
don't think I
for it.
ever told you that, but yeah, we found when he left, we went up to the trailer and found like the big tubs of honey.
Yeah.
He was putting it in his own jars. What in the world is he? Is that voodoo dolls he's got hanging in front of us?
I
Yes.
see.
Ask Misty.
I see
Yes,
Trump. I see. Looks like the Yeti from the Abominable Snowman from.
Yeah,
Rudolph.
I see that from what was the Abominable Snowman from?
Rudolph, I believe.
Rudolph, yeah. With where's we need Yukon Cornelius? Where's he?
I don't have him yet. They're hanging off mine.
Oh, Yukon
Video.
Cornelius open
hanging off my
carrying a pew. We got Yukon Cornelius open carrying a pew pew.
Well, Yukon Cornelius.
Hanging off my studio mic.
Ooh, Yukon Cornelius. Ironically, looks a lot like Greg.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
I think one of in fact one of Greg's pictures on Facebook is Yukon Cornelius.
I think so. Yeah, I think it was.
You know, Greg didn't always have that nice, luscious beard. He used to have.
Oh no, I saw the early shows and him guesting on other shows.
Yeah. I tell you, you guys are between you guys and my girlfriend. Y'all are pushing me to get a tattoo. I don't know how my family's gonna feel about that.
Hey, Jeff, no pressure, buddy. No pressure.
I'm telling you, there's gonna be some tattoos on yours truly at some point. And one of them's probably going to be, well, I'm thinking we're going to have to do an OLC, and there's going to have to be a Beards and Boogers tattoo somewhere. And I might as well just get a picture of a cow tattooed to me, too, since that's my life.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's going to be some tattoos.
You should get a cow tattoo right above your nipple, and then the udders would be. Just trying to be creative.
What was that from Meet the Fockers?
Yeah.
Milking the cat?
I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? And there goes Jerry.
Yeah. He's listening. Jeff, tattoos tickle. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm used
Jeff,
to pain, so tattoo probably wouldn't do much to me.
It depends on where you get a tattoo. Some places it's
Art,
just.
I am not getting a teeth tattoo.
Yoder, please, Yoder, please.
Yoder, I am already the physical embodiment of the and since we're on the Beards and Boogers, I can tell this because it's beard related. When I married my ex-wife, there was a yep, there it is, Beards and Boogers. Yep. That is an awesome sticker, which I told Gary Spikes he wants a couple of them for his to fill in the rest of his back window so he can't see out of his truck.
I'll tell you what, you guys gave us extras. If I see Gary,
yeah, if you see Gary, make sure you give him a couple of those.
Yeah.
I already put one of yours on one of your big ones on the truck, so
I'll tell you, that
gotta-
virtual background makes it hard for anything to show.
that one window of my single cab before you get to the slider is going to be full.
Mr. Blaylock, yours are in the mail.
They're not getting me.
Do you see what Catherine?
Thank you for dinner.
Oh, Catherine, I love you.
That's funny.
But anyway, when we got married, I found out my friends up in Vermont before they moved, they actually were the masterminds behind the magnets that were slapped on everybody's cars at the wedding.
Man,
It was the naked trucker mud flap. With
Jeff, I think of you every time I see one of those.
Well, it's funny because they had the idea to put the name, the date and everything from when we got married, and it said game over on it. And my midget friend Andy, who was here this weekend hanging out with me on Sunday, he was one of my groomsmen, and he drove around on his scooter plastering those on every car in the parking lot. So there was little old ladies going to church the next day with naked Jeffrey on the back of their cars. My grandmother still has one on her refrigerator in the house. So
everybody in chat, if you're at the whatever it is next weekend in Sylacauga, I'll pass out. They gave me a few extra beards and boogers. And
when are you leaving, Chad, to go there?
Do what?
When are you leaving to go to?
We're leaving Friday morning.
Chad, are you guys going to McMinnville?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe I'll send you some.
I've been talking to Greg and or Pat, one of them, about either meeting up with Pat and going down if I have time, or I'm just gonna fly into Alabama or somewhere and
drive, man. Come on.
Either have Greg pick me up and ride with him to the conference, or I just got to figure it out. If I can swing it, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, that's Erica's hometown, so we definitely go to that.
Oh, McMinnville is?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where she was born and raised.
Yeah, because Greg said he's got I don't think Spencer's going, but Greg said he's going to have a table.
Yeah, he's going to have shirts
right next to Roger at the.
Yep.
Maybe I'll get to see that tablecloth that I paid for Roger during one of my stupors one night when I was out of it.
Huh.
We'll be passing.
That's why I got a free hat. It's kind of like going to John Deere. You got to spend so much money to get free merchandise.
Whoop. I mean to do
so yeah,
that.
I'll have some OLC and beards and boogers and Oddcast podcast off the record stickers that we'll pass.
I might send you some. It should get to you in time.
Oh, I would think so.
We got to help Gary fill in the rest of his windshield.
Well, of course. That guy's the Saint Gary.
Do me a favor and send me you probably already did it once, but
I'll do it again.
In our chat, send me your address.
I'll do it. Actually, Erica. Okay, never mind.
Oh, Chad, I forgot to ask you, how was the rest of your drive back from here going home?
Actually, not bad.
I called you guys while you were navigating on the. I figured you guys would have been further down the road, but
there was a big wreck. Can't remember the highway, 81.
Yeah.
85. There was a big wreck.
81.
So the GPS took us around it. So we had to go through some small towns. And when we got to where we needed to go, it was clear on 81, but the traffic getting onto 81 again was backed up. So it was just trying to follow why it was taking us the way it was taking us. But now, once we got back to 81, we understood there was a big wreck. So, and that's when you called just as we were starting to get back on, and we were like, we needed to be here and there, and so
I was trying to figure out where you guys were at.
I couldn't tell you the town right now. She probably could, excuse me, but I couldn't tell you right now. We spent so much time in traffic, but it was moving. It was just slow.
That's just how Maryland is. And I mean,
well, don't just say Maryland. Boston was the same way. Boston was horrible.
I remember last year, Miss V texted me while she was driving through Maryland on her way up to visit some friends up in New York. And she was like, man, y'all got a blankety blank traffic situation here. She was very colorful about that. Oh, Wendell, I don't know what the Bigfoot are going to put those stickers on, but
probably won't stick too well to the fur.
They might find a rock or a stick or something, you know, they can put it on.
Could be. Or gift them back to you. I don't know.
Gift. About time everybody leaves Camp Wendell. I will be right back. I gotta step back for a second.
Leaving me here by myself.
Oh,
Jerry's back. Okay.
I'm back.
Is that the bridge in Maryland, the Baltimore, the Francis Scott Key you're talking about, Sean?
Yeah, Key Bridge. Yeah.
You mean that act of terrorism?
What a disaster that was. What a disaster that was. Unbelievable. You think so, Chad? Did you have a show on that yet? I thought we talked about that.
About the bridge?
Yeah.
No, not yet. Haven't done one about that. If we do that one, it's going to obviously be more than just the bridge, but it'll be like 9/11 and things that happen in our country like that.
Yeah.
Okay, Key Bridge.
Yep.
Did you get my message, Jerry?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you something. You don't mind.
Ken, that wouldn't surprise me if boogers loved weed because it grows wild. So why not? I mean, the Indians, I'm sure that was part of their peace pipe, maybe?
No. I'm sorry. Yoder, that bridge is nowhere near. Sean, I never would have guessed.
When are they going to have when are they going to have that bridge back up and running?
Couldn't tell you. Probably be a while.
Didn't they say it would only
ask our wonderful governor?
Didn't the last
don't even get me.
He's worthless. I can't stand him.
He's enacting every stupid tax and law that he can possibly.
Oh, man. I told you, boys, move to Tennessee. Stay away from Nashville.
Yeah.
I wish I could move my farm to freaking Alabama and be over there.
Oh, Jeff.
Anywhere down south would be good to me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, this was a big move for me, and I don't regret it a single bit moving from Ohio. Yeah. Tennessee is
well, and it's way more friendly.
Yeah, 100%. Now you can start a conversation here with anybody, and they'll talk to you for hours.
Chad, when you guys lived in Ohio, I forgot to ask Bud this question, but how far were you from where those where that uh, makeshift animal collection was, where they all got out years back?
Oh, I know that
That was Zanesville, wasn't it?
Zanesville would be up. That would be east. That would be Eastern Ohio there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because I just had a thing come through my feed the other day talking about that. And
We lived 40 miles north of Cincinnati. So
how
We
far
were-
would that have been from where that was?
a long way. A good 3-4 hours drive.
Yeah, I don't know how far it was from where Bud lives, but he said that's part of the reason why he always packed a spare pew pew while he was bow hunting,
Don't blame him.
because a lot of people had eye-opening experience when those critters got loose.
how many
Ken, where
supposed
do
to be there.
Where does
And,
Ken live?
Ken is in
he's down south somewhere.
Lower Alabama.
Oh, okay.
He refers to it as LA. Lower Alabama. So you guys got a lot of cattle on the res.
Riz.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what the closest res to us is. It's not in Maryland. It's got to be like somewhere in Pennsylvania or up towards. I know Maine has a few.
Yeah. She's back.
Oh, there's
Hey.
Maine.
She's back.
Hey,
What-
hey,
what-
Zippy.
Yeah.
I overheard you talking about McMinnville. I'm gonna send you some ideas on that. Okay.
All right.
McMinn,
Hold on.
what? Bill?
Robert, we weren't too far from Sharonville, but we were just north of Dayton,
Mhm.
like a few miles north of Dayton. Anyway,
Man,
go
I've been
ahead.
out through there a few times.
Well, you've been to
Port Recovery,
Port Recovery, yeah.
several times.
You were talking about Zanesville.
Yeah, that was the infamous animal escape.
Yes.
I don't know if you had to be living in Dayton at that time. A bunch of it was an animal farm or a zoo or something.
It was
Oh.
well, the guy was, I guess he was adopting
Mhm.
any animal and every animal.
Didn't he
And,
get sued? He got sued, I think, too.
well, something happened and he offed himself and
Yep.
turned all the animals loose before he did it.
Mhm.
That's right. Okay,
Yeah.
that's right.
I do remember that.
You got bug spray
I
on.
do have mosquito spray on. I know Zanesville. We went one time, and they have the Y Bridge there.
I don't remember the library.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's-
they do. Yeah, I remember that because that was like a very that was like a local thing that nobody else had. There was a Y Bridge.
Mhm. Yeah.
It was known for the Y Bridge.
Yeah. Yeah. We were on it. It's the little things.
Robert, I
I just don't want to see any tigers running down the road.
Yeah, right.
Well, just think
'cause
about
they
that.
were talking about sightings from
Yeah.
animals that don't.
They
belong
have
there.
bobcats in Ohio, so if a tiger might cross pollinate with a
Stickers.
bobcat.
They are headed to Tennessee, and
Okay.
from there they'll be in Alabama and Hollands. So,
Do you want us to pass? Okay, so we'll pass them out at Hollins. Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Awesome.
yeah.
I was thinking McMinnville because we were talking about McMinnville, but
We'll,
Can
Hollis.
do.
we'll send you more. If I can get down, I was talking to the family about trying to get down to McMinnville in
Come on,
August. So we'll see.
Yeah, that'd be
August, that's
awesome.
a busy month. I would love to go.
Might be easier for me just to fly into McMinnville or fly into Greg's and then go to McMinnville with them.
Yeah, I'll send you some ideas on that.
All right.
Sean, I know that Y Bridge. I just don't know the Zanesville Y Bridge. Thanks.
Yeah, Art, what's another wall mount? I'm sure I'm waiting on some right now.
Oh,
There's gonna be more bears in here.
Ken, are you going to be at Hollins? Out of curiosity.
oh.
And if you're in McMinnville, definitely hook us. We'll look for you for sure.
Mhm. Yeah, Tammy's got it going on there. Look at that.
Hello.
Okay, cool. We'll see you at Hollins.
Awesome.
Yeah, Ken's not far from Hollins.
How many
Yeah.
people's going to be at Hollins, you think?
I have no idea. This was I thought
It's kind of a mystery.
originally this was supposed to be like a small gathering, secret type of thing.
Right.
But it's not. So I don't know. I don't know.
It started out like that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So I'm just looking forward to seeing more people. I wish we all lived closer together. And yeah, we had eye shine back there earlier. It was cute.
Earlier, but no,
Yeah.
not in the last couple of minutes.
She moved the eye shine inside.
Yeah, she's actually on the opposite end. Well, last time I saw her, but
Exactly, Phyllis. Secret with this. Wendell's going Wednesday.
oh wow.
Damn it, Wendell.
Well, we need to get, I know we would do it, later in the year, but it'd be cool to go to a meet and greet up north or get together up north like we're on you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think either someplace near us or Michaud would be the.
What's the park? Not Gatlinburg.
Park?
Gettysburg. That's it.
Oh,
Somewhere around Gettysburg.
Gettysburg and Michaud is like next door neighbors. So.
That'd be the way to go.
mhm.
Literally an hour and 30 minutes I can be sitting in Michaud.
Literally,
wow.
probably 14 hours we could be on the show.
I don't
Well,
know that it would be
you just
that far, but
Remember that when you start talking McMinnville and
Yeah.
No, I
Exactly.
totally
when you talk to
understand.
me
I
and
totally-
Jeff. So.
it goes the other way.
I totally
too.
understand. Catherine,
wants to know if
it's
you let Callie outside.
Catherine, it's CALI.
Mhm.
Definitely no big deal on the spelling. And no, she is an indoor only cat.
Yeah.
She has no front claws, so she would get murdered out by all these other cats around
Are
here.
you serious about the name? It's
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
important that you spell it correctly.
Well, she has to.
Cat.
Cat.
Yeah, it's important.
It's our girl.
It's her name.
I understand.
That's the actual
Sherry's
spelling.
got two of them.
Yep. Sammy and Butters.
I just have two dogs.
Is that Butters with two D's?
D's.
Her real name is Butterfly. It was given to her before we got her.
Oh.
So
Aw.
I call her Butterbutt. Butters. Whatever. They all got Sammy. They probably have 10 nicknames.
Yeah, well, our
Oh,
cat does
Chad's
too.
good at that.
She's got what? Turtle, all kinds of names. Whatever I feel like calling her.
Mhm.
The better ones are when I'm happy with her, but there's other ones when I'm not happy with her.
Yes.
That
I
sounds
feel
like
your
some of my,
pain.
sounds like some of my cows.
I'm
Oh,
sure.
you've got so many cows.
Starting to worry me, Jeff. You are starting to worry me.
Hey, I just want to say, Jerry, in a show about nothing, we're doing
Aw.
2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not far from getting out of here because
Neither am I.
it's 11 o'clock and then I got a freaking long day tomorrow. So
Maybe I'll try to
Not
reach
really.
the infamous River Morris tonight.
I didn't realize it was 11
Ooh.
o'clock already.
I haven't talked to River in a while.
Yep.
Yeah.
How's he
I'll
doing
call
though?
you. I'll call you when I get out of bed.
I don't know because I haven't really talked to him, so I'm gonna have to.
Jeff
Get
don't need
another
an
little
alarm
boy.
clock. I know when to wake him up.
Catherine, thank you.
Yes. Hey, what's wrong with Butters? Damn it!
Uh-oh.
No, I like Butters.
Not
She's a
Butters.
black cat too. You got your cat in the window is a twin. The Butters.
There we go.
Oh.
My
Well, we got-
grandmother's got a cat with kittens at her house right now, and she said this is gonna be the second litter this cat's had at her house, and she said this will be the last litter.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Catherine thought Cynthia was coming on tonight. You got
Griff,
some?
I will be at the Marionville, PA Bigfoot Festival.
Soon. Cindy
Next
has a
week.
big show she's singing at tomorrow. So
Aw.
Yeah, Griff, I will be at the Bigfoot Festival. Just be on the lookout for the milkman because I will be roaming around there.
you sure about that?
I'll be there until Saturday afternoon. Then I got to come home because my girlfriend's got a family graduation party to go to.
Okay, okay.
Phyllis, do you really miss me that badly?
Is that a sleeping emblem or what is that?
It's a sad one. It looks.
Oh,
No, I think it's a sleeping one. I see the Z.
Uh-huh.
there it is.
He's working on it.
There it is.
He's working on it.
The yawn in the arm. What are you drinking tonight, Jeff?
Oh, just some Diet Coke with some assistance.
Did you say assistant?
Assistance.
Huh.
Oh,
I know. I'm
What's going on with
on
you and Phyllis?
everybody's bucket list.
Wow. I know they're on the screen
Yeah.
right now.
Gunner, what are you
Tracking
doing?
bugs.
No, you're not getting in my lap.
Huh?
Well,
Bye.
I guess
By you cracking. I love it. Jeff, your girlfriend must be young if she's just now graduated.
my girlfriend is
Aw,
47.
look.
I have an older girlfriend.
Oh, Dougie,
Yes.
little beagle. Is that a beagle?
That's my beagle. That's Gunner.
Aw.
Beretta, my lab, is over here.
You are you're an imitation redneck.
Beretta.
That's what I say. Get it?
This is my dog Beretta. My other dog Ruger. This is
I
my
had a
son.
dog named Ruger.
There you go.
What'd you say that one was Gunner?
This is Gunner.
Gunner.
It
That came
reminds me
from my
of
friend Dan Hammonds that was in the chat earlier. He
Look at
used to
that
breed
baby.
them.
it reminds me of Talladega Nights when his kids are what was the kid's name?
Doctor, is it
No.
Doctor?
No. Shoot.
What is it?
Walker and Texas Ranger.
Oh,
From
that's
Texas.
it.
Then he
Yeah.
said something about he would have named them Doctor whatever and Medicine Man or something like
Dr.
Yeah.
Quinn and
that.
Medicine
Quintessence.
Woman.
Yeah, something like that. Good for you,
Phyllis
Phyllis.
said
Diet
she
Coke-
brought the
Yes,
Diet
good for
Coke.
you.
Elijah's
Diet
always
Coke's
up.
bad stuff.
I was addicted to that in my 20s. Seriously. I
I'm-
drank Diet Coke way more.
I
than
still
anything
drink Diet Coke. Not all the
Oh.
time, but
Just drink Coke. It's better than Diet Coke.
else. Yeah.
I can't do with all the sugar.
Oh.
Then Coke Zero.
That's what I drink. Coke
Mm.
Zero, man. Yep.
Diet Coke's got that. What's the?
Aspartame?
Is it aspartame?
It might be aspartame.
Aspartame.
Yeah. I was addicted to that. I drank so much in my 20s. And then it was so weird because one day I was reading an article and it said that it had formaldehyde in it. And literally I had just cracked open a can of Diet Coke before I started reading that. And then I was done.
Yep.
I did not drink another one after that. It's crazy.
It was like when you started reading the ingredients of Fireball.
Well, the fact that Fireball's got glycol in it,
Yeah, it's
which
got
is
friggin' antifreeze in it.
That's crazy.
That explains why I never froze in the freezer.
Yeah. Well, most alcohol, any real alcohol, so what, 40 proof above, shouldn't freeze.
Now,
But the fact that it has glycol, that's, unfortunately, a lot of that sugar alcohol, the like Fireball, I believe, Jägermeister might be that way, has glycol in it. It won't freeze. And yeah, antifreeze haters.
That's
now
funny.
Governor, you're 4 years old. Why do you act like you're 10?
Oh,
His father is still alive. He lives up at my neighbor's and he's 11.
Oh, wow.
wow. Yeah, he's so calm.
Right now he is.
Oh,
He sees something out in the yard. And you'll hear him screaming and me disappear from the camera for
Good for you, Sean.
yeah.
a
Hey,
little bit.
Verby.
Hey, Sean, I haven't smoked weed in years, so
Oh gosh. Yeah, Phyllis, congratulations though.
I like how she said that when I learned to read. Well,
Wow.
Yoder, it is, but it's I don't know. It reminds me of like I used to chew Big Red gum, and it always reminded me of Big Red gum. And I drank Fireball. We've drank a lot of Fireball, but we don't really drink it anymore, just because it's just so bad for you.
Potted meat. That sounds so gross.
And Sean, I
Oh.
didn't stop smoking the stuff because I know it's not bad for you. It's healthy. It's I
Oh,
just
come on, Gunner, no.
I just don't want stuff in my lungs.
The dog just farted.
Which are the worst in the world. Uh-oh, Jeff's gone. This is the third or fourth time. Wait, Griff, I was asked if I smoked weed. I said no, I just pull them. That's pretty much right, Griff. Put a fence around mine earlier this evening. They're good. All right. Fruit jar. Okay. Fruit jar, huh? Okay, Wendell.
What?
Shine
Oh, I see it now.
in your face, Jeff.
Fruit jar.
Hey, Miss V.
What?
Hi, Miss V.
Hey, Miss V.
Where'd the boy? I see him backstage again. What happened?
He fell out again.
He's going to
Really?
have to re-log in.
Wow.
I can't bring him on. Oh, what's going on?
He's in chat now. I told you what I said on Miss V's post today about free thinkers. I love it.
That's awesome.
Maybe. I don't know. Jeff said his hands full.
That's awesome.
Miss V, he is fading out. He's starting to do the yawn.
Yeah, he's on his way out.
He's on his way out.
Poofed. Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, his dog farted too. So.
Oh.
A mess. Maximus Interruptus, yeah.
No, what was that? Was that leftovers?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
welcome.
thank you.
You're welcome.
It's phenomenal.
Okay.
Way to cook it.
Yep.
Way to
There you
refeed
I don't
it.
know what happened.
That would kind of read
I,
it.
I wasn't doing anything again, Jerry, and it just
I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe
I go to bring
your
it back on and it won't let me until you relog back in.
maybe your computer has an odor reader on it, and when your dog
Yeah.
it shut the computer down.
Good to see you, Miss V.
Absolutely. Miss V. Howdy, Miss V.
Oh my goodness.
Phyllis.
Phyllis. Wow. What is up?
I was starting to think that Greg and Pat were the head members of that.
Jeff Watch.
Oh.
I don't even know.
That sounds like a good sticker right there. Jeff Watch.
Thanks, Miss V. All right, kids. I got to
Miss
bail
B,
out.
did you Miss
It's
B,
after
did you have
11.
a show tonight? Because I didn't see one.
No. I think she did. I didn't get notification for one.
Good night, Miss V.
Not
Well, Catherine didn't get a notification for this show.
yeah, I know. Weird. Very
Well,
weird.
that was a fun 2 hours. 2 hours and
Yeah. Told you.
Almost
20 minutes?
3.
Goes fast.
No, it's
2.5.
like 2.5.
The bugs have gone away.
No, they haven't.
The bigger ones. Just mosquitoes.
Big bugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Them wood roaches fly in here every once in a while.
Oh, you have those?
Yeah.
I did see 2 cicadas today
Did you?
at the greenhouse, but they were dead. They were on the gravel parking lot.
Oh, the shells or dead cicadas?
They weren't, no, they weren't that shell thing.
Around here, Jerry will tell you we used to be able to find those shells everywhere.
Yeah,
husk,
there was
yeah.
one on my clothesline last year. I was like, honey, what is this?
When I was a kid, I used to collect the cicada shells.
That explains a lot
Wow.
about you, Jeff.
Did you eat paint chips as a kid?
I did eat potato chips as a kid.
It's a movie reference.
Paint chips, not potato chips.
Yeah.
Paint.
It's a Tommy Boy reference.
Yep. Tommy
Oh,
boy. Tommy boy.
Inside we'll see Noble too.
ooh, and this cool truck.
Oh yeah, we'll steal that.
No,
Patrick, make sure you don't leave your keys in your truck.
whatever.
It might be gone the next day. God, I'm just kidding. In case it does end up, it's not.
Yeah. Careful.
I still love the groovy background Jerry's got for us for this one.
Oh yeah.
Beads and boogers.
I said I'll get that. Go ahead, Jerry.
One of them silly AI concoctions.
I'll probably get that. That might be my next tattoo.
It's colorful, for sure.
It'll be a tough one because all the hairlines in it, but
Oh, excuse
because you have to get those bigger to see the detail.
Ed says the push button.
Okay. So I just
It
need a
is
small-
groovy. It definitely fits the groove, the 70s vibe. Late 60s, early 70s vibe.
Groovy,
Yeah.
baby.
All right, man.
Well, it was fun, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, Patrick,
Yes,
don't melt your shoes.
Lock your zipper on your tent.
Yeah, we don't need any remote viewings.
Don't sound like he has too much luck at a camp out. So
Pat's still wearing his melted shoes.
They're stuck to his feet, apparently.
I did that camping in Western Maryland a couple weeks ago. I melted a pair of shoes.
I've done it. I've done it to brand
Yes, he has.
pair of brand new shoes.
Okay.
Okay, Jerry, if you want to check out, you better do it.
This isn't a Southern goodbye. We're out of here.
I know.
Jerry
I
should
know.
have just turned it off and done the Irish goodbye.
Is it?
Hit the pike. All right. Appreciate everybody, man.
Yeah, thanks
It was-
everybody.
Sorry it was last second, but we decided to go ahead and do a show real quick. And the Ghost Ladies show is somebody else thought Sydney was going to be on tonight. Yes, but we have a show tomorrow, and she's asleep for sure now.
And if
We
I
got a
may,
4-hour show tomorrow, so
She got big singing
Oh,
tomorrow.
wow.
yeah, big church.
And if
up
I'm-
there.
We're at St. Mary's Church.
Big singing gig.
I need to go back over there when they have their next fish fry, whenever they do that.
And if I may, Jerry,
Yes.
please join us tomorrow on Oddcast Podcast Off the Record. We're going to do a show with Bigfoot Bud about bugging out. And I think if you don't know much about bugging out, it'll be a great show to check out and find out why you need to have a pack or
Did you say bugging out or budding out?
bugging out.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
get it, Bud?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got you.
Where,
That'd be
where's
Sean's
Bud
show.
tonight?
Bugging out.
Where's Bud tonight?
I don't know.
Man.
So
Come on, Jeff.
I don't know.
Thanks, Terry. Good seeing you here, man.
yeah,
Everybody. Leanne, my
Thank you,
goodness,
Mr.
Jen,
Jerry.
Burton. Yeah, man. It's awesome having everybody here.
Well,
Tuesday night.
We'll have to talk to Terry soon and get him on the old line cryptids.
Yeah, good luck. I hear he doesn't like to do shows. So,
He does it with Mark Green.
well, that's everybody does shows with Mark Green.
I'd do a show with Mark Green. I have nothing to talk about. So
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Oh my God.
I spent 2 hours talking about chickens with Mark Green.
Look at Jeff's name now. That's hilarious.
You just now seen that?
I didn't catch that.
Wow.
Maximus Interruptus. He's so clever. Like he's changed his name how many times this show?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Anyway, let's end
Yeah.
the show here.
Good night, guys.
See you backstage. Everybody else, Tuesday night, Jeff,
Yeah.
8 p.m. We have
Luke Gross.
Luke Gross coming on with us. So
Definitely check it out.
definitely come check
And
it
that's a beard, too. We got
What?
a beard. We got another beard coming on.
Another beard coming on, huh? Mr. Blaylock must be busy on the West Coast.
Oh God.
Blaylock and
Hillary, you can call me Taterhead.
That's nice compared to what I thought.
Richard Noggin.
Okay.
Richard Noggin.
Nice.
Good.
Anyway,
Mm-mm.
Hey, where's my
Taterhead.
think about it?
Hey, Leanne. We're leaving, Leanne.
Yep, we're out of here.
I was here earlier.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Good
She was
night,
here earlier.
everybody. See
Tell
you
Barry
Tuesday
I'm
night.
calling this week.
Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. Don't forget tomorrow, 5 o'clock Central.
Absolutely. And I'm sure DA's still going, so get over and see some DA Roberts stuff.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
check out the DA Roberts.
Absolutely. We'll be right back backstage, guys. See ya.
See y'all.
Good night.